Everybody. Then I'm going to talk about ways you can save money shipping stuff priority mail to the United States Postal Service, making use of the regional rate box. I've been ordering stuff on eBay for many years, and in recent years I started ordering baked goods from Etsy and also eBay as well. And particularly ever since I started ordering off of Etsy, I've noticed shipping costs on some shops are extremely high. Like, for example, just a few states away, I've seen sellers, their shops, shipping charges showing prices like $12 to $14 sometimes. Well, I know for sure it can be, those items can be shipped for a lot cheaper. Anyways, you're looking at two styles of mailing boxes that I have commonly seen used by Etsy sellers and some eBay sellers as well. On the left is the Priority Mail medium flat rate box. On the right is this your generic mailing box. I've seen a lot of sellers that ship with flat rate boxes. Flat rate boxes are very simple natured. It's one rate for any weight, shipped anywhere in the United States. And the shipping charge on that box is not necessarily cheap either. The medium flat rate box in 2017, whether it's being shipped across the street or across the United States, it will cost you $13.60. Yeah, $13.60 to ship anything up to 70 pounds in that box, whether it's across the street or across the United States. $13.60. I've seen, this is one box I've commonly seen used. I can easily spot it by looking at a seller's shipping charges. If they're charging $13.60, I know for sure they're using the medium flat rate box. And there have been times to where I have spent less on shipping charges to actually end up receiving a medium flat rate box in the mail. In that case, I know that the seller has possibly eaten some of the shipping costs off the medium flat rate box. For example, they charge $10 shipping but end up spending $13.60 to ship the package because they chose a medium flat rate box. Another common thing I see on Etsy is, I've seen this very often on Etsy, more than eBay. Sellers using plain brown mailing boxes. Either they recycle mailing boxes, believing it's cheaper when it's actually not. Or worse, they go to Walmart or Staples or Office Supply superstore, and when they buy their packing supplies like their tape, their bubble wrap, or whatnot, they also buy mailing boxes from Duck. Yeah, and I know those things cost. I don't know the exact cost of them, but I know it's not necessarily on it cheap either. The mailing boxes from USPS are free. They're free of charge, and they deliver them to you for free. And and of course, the medium flat rate box is the one I commonly see in this category. But I've also seen some sellers that will use the standard mailing box from USPS. They have different sizes that are not flat rate and are not regional rate, and they'll mail their items in one of those boxes or the brown box that's been recycled from a previous use, or the duck box they spent who knows how much on at Staples or wherever, and they end up spending who knows how much on retail postage, and oftentimes spend too much on that postage. USPS retail can get quite expensive if you're shipping a long distance and your package weighs over 2 pounds. It can get expensive really quick. For example, let's just go and take a look at this. And of course, I have the addresses gone off of this. But this package came from Ohio to my location in North Carolina. They spent $9.75 on this when it would have cost them only about maybe $7 or $8 in the regional rate box A. Yeah, regional rate. You're probably wondering, okay, what is regional rate? I'll go and show you. This here is a regional rate box A for priority mail use. It's not too much smaller than the top loading medium flat rate box. The difference here, this box here can cost you a lot less to ship. Within the lower 48 states, if it's shipping across the street or across town or another state away, in 2017 you'll be spending roughly $6.52. And if you're shipping, let's say, from Florida to Washington State, it'll cost you about $10.28. And that's independent of the weight of the package. See, regional rate boxes, they don't, unlike priority mail retail, which is priced off of weight and then off of shipping distance in the method of zones, the regional rate box uses, in regards to the weight, is flat rate. The only thing that they use to determine your shipping charges for regional rate is how far the box ships. So the regional rate A is limited to 15 pounds, and the big brother regional rate B box, let me grab it, the regional rate B is weight limited to 20 pounds. And of course the regional rate B, which I got upside down, is significantly larger than the regional rate A box. I mean, just have a look at the two. The difference in size. Now you're thinking, oh, look, going up to the post office and grab some boxes, some regional rate boxes. Well, the thing about it is, most post offices don't actually have these in stock, and you cannot actually get the regional rate postage at the post office counter. The regional rate boxes, you get them from the USPS website, which again, they're free. They don't cost anything, and they deliver to you for free. And when you go to get postage for these, it's done online either through USPS Click and Ship or through eBay or Etsy, whichever site that you're selling something on. Now, if you're an Etsy seller, I strongly suggest that you actually buy your postage through Etsy and print the labels from there. So yeah, you got to print your own labels. As you can see, both these boxes have printed labels, and of course I have, to protect the privacy of myself and the sellers, I have the street addresses blocked out. But this is, for example, this is an eBay label. This one here is a Click and Ship label. I got one, it's probably somewhere with an Etsy label, I don't know where it's at, but this is exactly what they look like. So this is a printed out label. Essentially, what you do is you weigh the package on your postage scale, and if you don't have a postage scale, they're not too expensive. They're about $20 on Amazon. Best thing to have if you're selling stuff online. You should have one. So you weigh your package, and you buy your postage online, and when you finish, you print the label and you tape it to the box, and you ship the box. It's real simple. You can either have the box picked up by your mail carrier, or you can drop it off at the post office and not have to wait in the line for postage. You can just bring it in the front office door and drop it off and be on your way. So as I mentioned, the cost of shipping these two boxes, it depends on how far you're shipping them and not necessarily on the weight. The regional rate B box, however, can get a little expensive if you're shipping it a long distance. So if you're shipping something that's lightweight but large, you may actually be better off shipping it in a standard mailing box, and which I recommend a USPS supply box because they're free. But if it's something heavy, yeah, let's say it's something that is over, between 15 and 20 pounds, of course. Well, yeah, something that's less than 20 pounds but quite heavy. This box here will definitely be a better option for shipping versus retail. Now, the medium flat rate box can actually be a little bit cheaper sometimes depending on what you're dealing with. Now, if it can fit inside the regional rate A box and is under 15 pounds, the regional rate A box is the way to go unless you're shipping to Alaska or Hawaii, which I think those are the two areas where you end up hitting zone 9, which is like $15 and something. Speaking of the zones, let's go and look at a table of the zones. So here's a table of the zones 1 through 9. And as I mentioned, lower 48 states, you'll generally see zones 1 through 8. And also I have listed the prices of the 3 flat rate box options: the small, the medium, and the large. The medium is the one I most commonly see. If you're shipping small items, the small flat rate box is, it's a good option. But there are cases where the regional rate A box will be less, particularly in low distance shipments. So the regional rate A box is generally the one I recommend, because it can definitely save you and your buyers money on shipping costs. For example, if you're shipping from a long distance away, let's say from Washington State to North Carolina, if that package weighs a few pounds, you're going to be spending probably close to $15 on postage if you ship using retail priority mail, or $13.60 in the medium flat rate box. Otherwise, you could ship in the regional rate A box, and it will run you $10.28, which is still, for that amount of distance, not a bad price. Now, as far as for Etsy sellers, as far as setting up calculated shipping for regional rate A boxes or regional rate B boxes, I don't know exactly how that's done because I'm not an Etsy seller. I just happen to buy a lot off of Etsy and eBay. So I spent quite a bit of my time messaging sellers on Etsy about the regional rate boxes, because the thing about the regional rate boxes is that many people don't know about them. USPS does not advertise regional rate boxes because they hope you will spend more money on a flat rate box or by shipping retail. But the regional rate boxes are a much cheaper option out there to lower the cost of shipping. So anyways, I hope this is helpful for you guys. If you're trying to lower your shipping costs, I strongly suggest you look into the priority mail regional rate boxes. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody, I sure hope you guys enjoyed this video from Q Computer Channel. Remember to like the video, subscribe to Q Computer Channel for more updates, and remember to tick the bell so you actually get notified of these updates. Did you know that I am also on a second channel that's CubeComp MTDX? Over there you'll find videos of bicycling, weather, elevators, and all sorts of other neat and interesting stuff. Feel free to subscribe to that channel as well. And again, I thank you for your support, and thanks for watching this video.